can we start with VA and just his performance, 458 yards, crosses the 4,000-yard mark, and clean, not even close to a 50.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I really am a big fan. He's such a good, like I said, we see all the stuff on the field, which is fantastic, but the way he is in our building and just the way he comes to work every day, he's a great leader by example, and he just keeps plugging along. I like to ride with that guy. That's good.
What about just getting through that first half? You guys dominated the game.
Yeah.
But they were right in it until that late touchdown by Keon. How important was that?
Big. You know, I thought we were the better team in the first half, and we talked about it at halftime. If we can keep playing that way, that the odds were in our favor. And we kicked 4 field goals, but sometimes that happens. Obviously you'd rather score touchdowns, but once we got ahead, we thought we'd put them in a bind, and so that was a big play to finish the half with a touchdown.
Barry, you talk about Vernon. Obviously, had a great day. No interceptions after 5 of the last 2. What kind of growth have you seen from him? That you can tell that he's making the better decisions now. How much does that help going forward?
Yeah, sometimes I've said this before about Vernon. The thing I like about him is sometimes if we're behind, he's not a guy that's going to go into a shell and not keep throwing the ball. He's not worried about the stats. So he's been good for us all year, and just like I said, just really proud of him that he keeps working, keeps grinding away, and we're lucky to have him.
It seemed like he found you got all these great receivers. You got so many of them, you really do. And when he uses all of them, that's when you're at your best, I would think. What do you think the key is for him to finding that balance with finding all the guys?
The good thing about our receivers are all good individual players, but I think at the benefit is strength in numbers is the group, and then the quarterback can just throw the ball where he needs to. He doesn't have to throw to a certain guy, or we're not going to rely on a certain person where he's just going to throw it to that guy. So I think it keeps the defense honest, and also the quarterback can just play the game a little more freely of just knowing he just needs to distribute the ball to where it should go and not get caught up too much about who he's throwing to.
A lot of hype about the game this week for obvious reasons. What do you like about your team that leads you to believe that you guys can win that because of what factors?
We have a game next week? No, I'm excited. I told our players I'm excited that they put us in this position of having big regular season games. And, these are all huge tiebreaker games. We're playing the West. We're going 4 out of our last 5 are against the West, and they're all these tiebreaker things you go through again. And that makes the Winnipeg game, doubly important. It's not only who wins the game, but it's really a two-game swing because of the tiebreaker. So we're going to enjoy this tonight. It's real important that we get rest, and then we'll get ready for those guys starting Monday.
JJ and Jake's giving me details.
On what's that?
Well, I'm just saying that, Winnipeg's, they've proven themselves. You guys are a team that wants to be there with them. Is there anything that
I like that. I'm good with that statement. They've proven themselves, and if people underestimate us or anything, I don't mind that at all.
Just one from me, Rick. Again, about next week, what do you take from the 2 games that you guys have had this year with that massive point swing each way? I think it was one of the largest in league history in a 2-game.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy when you think about it, how those 2 games went. Obviously, looking back, it's great that we got a split at Winnipeg. We played there twice, and now we get a home game against them, and they're a really good football team. They are, and I think we are too. And our guys have a knack for rising to the occasion. But to be honest with you, I'm super happy about the. I know next week's going to be exciting. I'm just excited to clinch a home playoff game. I'm glad there's going to be another playoff game in downtown Vancouver for the 2nd year. I think that's a huge deal. So I guess I'll get my mind wrapped around the Winnipeg thing coming up. But it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. I'm glad we're a part of regular season games that matter.
We can't rely on the other 2 teams in the city that bring us a home playoff game.
tremendous control of this game for much of it, but at the end there, the Riders make that run, and
Yeah.
Dolegala goes over 400 yards passing. Do you have any concern about the way this game finished?
Yeah, well, I think our players are pretty well versed in the last 3 minutes of the CFL, that being the last couple games we played. And I know these guys last week in Ottawa was up 36-14 with, I don't know how, it was like 2 minutes or something, whatever, and it ends up to be a one-score game like this. And we just need to keep playing. I think we ran a little bit out of gas. I think our defense was they ran out of gas a little bit. I don't think it was from lack of effort or want to. And you just got to keep playing the game. We got to keep going. The odds were still in our favor the whole time. Of course, you want to not make it too close, but I'm just thinking ahead about we're still the odds in our favor. Keep playing, keep grinding. And I think it was a case just looking at the locker room, they were happy, but I think it was a tired group. Just when you get to this time of year and the amount of energy they put in and dedication to the practice week. So just want to be really smart with these guys and make sure they're well rested, because I think that's what it comes down to, especially in these last few weeks of the season, is what team has a full tank of gas and can go for those 60 minutes. And so we'll keep working on that.
Can you talk a little bit about Hatcher and Holland's performance today, just both kind of cracking that 1,000-yard mark?
Yeah, big plays. That's the CFL is a big play league, and they made some. Obviously, their 2 long touchdowns were at a huge time in the game, and good on them for making those plays. Our receiver group's a really fun group to be around. They're obviously good players, but they have good camaraderie. They compete. They bring a good vibe to our building and to the practices and all that stuff, and you can. And they like playing with each other, so I like hanging out with those guys.
Taryn and Jose got time for one each.
I guess like the only thing that hasn't been touched on is that beard.
Yeah, I know. Guess we got to stay away from the razors. Keep it rolling.
And Coach, I just wanted to ask. I think the offensive line played a really good game. We talk a lot about the VA. It's a really strong defensive line in Saskatchewan. Especially at home, the offensive line has been playing really well. How important is it for the final stretch?
Yeah, I was super proud of those guys. I think that's a good point. Our whole O-line, and then Neville and Pearson inside of having to step in, and Andrew played a different spot, and Neville's just been in a few weeks, and good on them, because you hear a lot about how good their D-line is, which it is, but you get tired of hearing stuff like that about how good they are, and they're good, but we must be good too.